Good morning, everyone. Today we are on day 4 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and the sketch is by Jessica Michaels. Now she has 2 photos, probably 4 by 6s. No, I think they're 3 by 4s, and she has like a pie shape over here and a pie shape at the top, and then she has either the title here, or you could have a title and a secondary title, and then she's got a little border up at the top. Now you're gonna see mine and you're gonna go, what's that? But when I seen this, I thought of this, and so it's like I'm just going with it. Okay, so I'm using my Collection Obsession, and I'm going to be using this, and you see it's more like the reverse of the pie shape over here, and same over here. Well, this one's more just a diagonal, and I was going to use a smaller photo, but then I decided I wanted to use a larger photo. And I'm throwing stuff on the floor. Okay. And so whoops, sorry about that. I got a new cushion for my chair, and it's like I'm just not used to it yet. So anyway, I have this picture of my 2 granddaughters, and they're sitting in a great big giant swing, which is definitely a 2 people, maybe a 3 people swing. Well, they'd have to be really tiny like them. And it is made out of wood, big slice of wood, and this is definitely some kind of petition over here. I'm not sure. They couldn't tell me what the name of the park was. But it's a park. You can see all the trees. And I just thought it was a really cute picture. Okay, so I love this paper. Oh, my Mintay paper is Rustic Charms. And I love this paper, how the layers are torn and then this lace is laid between them. So I thought, well, it would be neat to do that, but have it dimensional by actually using the lace. So I've cut out one of the other papers. Let's see, what paper is it? This one here. And so I am using actually this section right here. And so I am going to tear this here, because I'm gonna try to duplicate that somewhat. And I think I want a little bit more tearing, like maybe a big chunk out here. Okay, maybe something like that. And then I'm going to kind of roll it a little bit. And let's see where I'm at now. And I just have this 1/8 of an inch wider. And my actual picture it was a 4 by 6, but I cut it down because there was a lot of bottom. And so, because I don't want to take up the space, because the reason I'm using this is because of the swing. So it's 3.5 by 5. Okay, and then I have another piece here, and I'm going to tear that also, and it's harder because I'm just using the leftover piece. I'm working at it. Okay, and I'm gonna tear this a little more. so it's not so straight or so square. Okay, and again I want this kind of rolled a little more. Okay, and then I have this lace. My friend gave me this because she doesn't really use lace and she knows I love lace, so I'm using this because it looks very similar to the one in this. So I thought, oh, that's perfect. Okay, so where's my piece that I already have cut? Okay, I've already lost it. Okay, is it here? Is it here? I must have dropped it or picked it up, moved it. It doesn't matter, I have plenty. Okay. And I'm cutting it all cockeyed, and then I might turn it sideways. I might find the other piece. Who knows? Okay. Could be laying right with it, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off some pieces here because I want it to almost look torn, but to try to get a torn piece is a little more difficult. But I'm going to rough it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm thinking something like that. Okay, and then I'm going to actually tape this piece onto here. So I'm going to take off a little more. I think maybe I have an allergy and that's like I can't get over this voice. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm still just kind of trying to rough it up a little bit because I want it just to look a little messy. Okay. So maybe like that. Okay, do I want another little piece in there? I'm just working at it until I get it the way I want it. Stick another little tape in here. And I just love that little bit of rustic look. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit of tape here and hope it's low enough I can catch it. I better do it over here so I'm not stuck to the paper. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to chop off a little bit more of that. And maybe just a little bit more of this. And I'm probably not even in the camera. I just cut off a little bit more of both of them. Okay, so I think that's pretty good there. And I'm going to roll this up just a little bit more. On the bottom and the sides, and I'm really rolling it. Okay, and then I took one of these are both from the 6x8 pads, so I also took out this and cut it like this. Is an 1/8 of an inch bigger than the photo, and this is a 1/4 inch bigger than this. So it's gonna have a little more of this around it than the green does around the paper. I mean around the photo. And see, it looks pretty already. I love it. Okay, and then I'm gonna also rip some of this. And some of this. And I'm tearing towards me so that I have the white showing in the torn area. Okay, I think this is actually a little higher than what I wanted it. So I'm gonna maybe tape it to the underneath part. Okay, I think that's more like it. Okay, now I'm ready to get the photo on here. And I just trimmed off like 1/4 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch until I got the photo the size that I wanted it. So I didn't overdo it and have to print another one. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna place this just to one side of the swing because I want to be able to see the swing. And let me just make sure it's straight. Good right there. Okay, and then I'm going to call it Swing for Two. And when I was writing, or I cut out my letters, die cut them. And when I was doing it, I thought, okay, how many of each letter do I need? I got all done and I had sing for two. So I had to cut out another W. Okay. So like she has hers in an arch here. And so I'm putting mine in an arch, but it is going to be a little more centered. And these were cut out of, let's see, do I have the paper here that it's cut out of? This here. Also from the 6x8. And then I have TO. And because of it being light, I didn't want it to be real dark because I do have big letters. And so I am just taking the walnut stain and going around the letters just to make them show up a little better than what they were. And I think it looks really good with this. I wanted to keep in the same coloring because everything's very similar in color and I just love it. It's my new favorite collection. So because I'm going to be layering some things, I think I'm going to put down the letters now. So I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I have the title on. And you see the bird, his head is sticking right through that O. And so I'm going to take another bird. He's just slightly bigger. And I'm going to put him right over that. So his head will be right there over the O. And I have him up on dimensionals. Okay. So I'm going to put his head right there. Okay, and I'm also going to have a triangle of clocks. And I can see I didn't get this edge very good, so I'm gonna get that a little better. Now I just have to look for the one. So I've got it turned up the right way, so I know which one is the 12. Okay. And then I'm going to pop up a butterfly right over that butterfly that's right next to the clock I just placed. And like I always do, I always have the foam stickers on the wings, and then where the body is, I put glue and put it right over it. So since I'm putting it right over it, it'll kind of have a double wing look to it, along with being dimensional. Okay, now I've got a camera just slightly smaller than the one that's here, so you'll see the one behind it slightly too. I tried different ones there where I could have went, I think I had a bigger, but the other ones were all smaller. I like this one where you just get that look of the one right behind it. It makes it look more dimensional. Okay, and then I have a window because she has the two pictures, so I'm going to use this window for the same effect. Oh, let me see, I'm going to go ahead and tape it. Pull that over because I rolled the tape too far. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to lift this up. I still want to see these leaves that are here through the window. But now I have like the two things at the same angle as these. Okay. And then I'm going to build up another cluster, and if I push those down, sometimes they pop up a little faster for me. Okay. Because I have to go over this, I do actually need the dimensionals on part of this. But you know, I like to add dimension anyway. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a little glue to this side. Because I want to cover up this here, because the rest of the look can look like it's outside in spite of my clocks, you know. Okay, and I'm going to put that there. Now my frame here looks like it's just floating in the air, so I brought over two of these littler flowers, and this I'm going to use to connect them so that the frame quits floating. And it looks like it's just standing behind it. Okay, and then I have this alarm clock. I used to have an alarm clock like this with the bells on it, except for mine was bright pink. And you know, it was back in the 70s when all those almost fluorescent colors were in. And anyhow, the first time that thing went off, I thought my mom was going to have to come in and peel me off the ceiling. It was loud. And then after a couple days, I could actually sleep right through it. You know how it is when you're a teenager. That was pretty funny. I think I got it at a garage sale too for probably $1 or something. This adorable clock. Okay, now there's a butterfly from the side right here, but I'm gonna put a larger one right over top of it. And then I have another butterfly, and I'm just going to put it right on top of this flower arrangement right there. And let me see here, because you know I have the 2 granddaughters on that. I actually have the other one done already too. So there they are, and I'm not using any enamel dots because I do not have a color that looks right with them, unless I could maybe use pearls. Maybe I'll use some pearls on it. I'll put some pearls on this one, and then I'll do the other one afterwards. I didn't even think about these. I had some green, but it just wasn't right. Okay, let me use a few of these pearls, and it looks like I'm gonna have to glue that because I didn't pull it off right. Okay, I'm gonna put one here, and one over here, and one down in here. Let's see if I can, where's my tweezers? Here, let me see if I can pull that off without, you know, my other, sometimes if you just kind of rub it around till it kind of pulls off, then you can keep the sticky back. Yes, I like that color in there. That's perfect. Okay, and since I'm working with a triangle basically, oh, and I pulled that off too. Okay, maybe the big ones are going to give me a hassle. Let's see, where do I want to put one in here? Maybe here. Maybe one in here. And a little one over here. Yeah, I don't have any white enamel dots left either. I need to place an order. But when I do, it's always, you know, $75 or something. So it's like I'm trying to avoid it as long as possible. I tried looking them up on the Temu since I was ordering from there, but I did, if they have enamel dots, they're called something else. Okay, and then I'm going to put something up in here by this clock. I'm going to try again to pull this off. No, it's not happening, I don't think. Oh, I got it. Okay, let's see. Oh, I always have loved pearls, so this is perfect color for it. maybe one up in here. I think I want one there by that clock, or by the camera too. Okay, so that's it. Now I'll add pearls to the other one, and I will have close-ups at the end. Make sure you check out the other people. And I thank Jessica Michaels for the sketch, because no matter what, I mean, it's what inspired me. I mean, even the way the photos were, like the landscape with the cloud, it just made me think of this. And so thank you for that, Jessica, and I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure you check out everybody else is playing. One link takes you over to the videos. The other one takes you over to the Facebook group where everybody is just posting their still shots. And I will see you tomorrow, and we'll be on day 5. Bye-bye.